Went to Alaska, jumped a fire that was just on the south side of Mount McKinley, and it was in these big tussocks, and they got another name for them, but it's not politically correct, so I won't go there. But anyway, they're about this big around, and they stick up above the ground level, 6 or 8 inches, and you got to either step right on them or step in between them because they're just ankle breakers. So that was fun. The fire was burning in the grass of the tussocks, and after we probably spent 12 hours or so working on the fire, it rained and put the fire out. Then we had to try and stay dry, and back in those days we didn't carry tents. Our sleeping bags were paper sleeping bags, which were probably a little bit better for staying dry because they had a glossy outer layer that would repel water. But we tried to make tents out of parachutes. Well, they're not. They're ripstop nylon. They're like a sieve. So anyway, I don't remember how long we were there, but it was pretty miserable. And then they came in, picked us up with a helicopter, and flew us out to a hunting camp where we were to be picked up by a fixed wing aircraft, and we had some time to wait there. So the cook at the hunting camp fixed us some, moose steaks and elk steaks and corn and mashed potatoes, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were a beer or two involved, and it turned out to be a fun fire. The other one in Alaska was a fire that we jumped on one afternoon. Worked on it that night. The next day, the wind came up, took the fire over the hill, and there was no catching it. So they were going to demobilize us, and they again helicoptered us out to a village this time, a native Indian village, and the one jumper from Redmond that was with me. Everybody else was from Alaska. He went down to the village, and we were waiting for the plane to come in to see what kind of trouble he could get into. And he found he bought some mukluks for himself and his girlfriend, and got them back, got them on the plane, and they kind of didn't smell very good. Well, as it turns out, they use urine to tan the leather to make the mukluks, and he got him home, but Jackie made him throw him out. So that's one of my favorite. That's John Twist. And the other John Twist story that I have, again, it has nothing to do with jumping, but the Deschutes River goes down by Redmond, and where it does, it's not much of a river. But John was down there one day off, just kind of communing with nature along the river. And there was a guy across the river, that was having a little target practice with his little .22 pistol, and John shouted over at him and said, "Hey, I don't like you shooting this direction. A shot could ricochet and hit me." And the guy says, "Go to hell," or something to that effect. So John walks back up to his pickup, gets out his .30-06, and proceeds to have a little target practice the other direction. And the guy quickly disappears. the, the great twist on the Twist story is that John Twist went on to work his way up through the ladder in the Forest Service and eventually became head of law enforcement for the entire Forest Service.